Good morning, everyone. Give me a minute and we will get started. Give it a minute for it to get into people's news feeds. And I'll pull it up on Facebook. Morning, Chris. How are you today? Okay, good. I'm glad you're good. I am too. I feel like I'm kind of coming to the end of the week and get a couple of days of reprieve before I have to turn around and start again. So today we're going to work on graduation cards because that's the next thing on my list to do because we have graduation coming around, don't we? Morning, Terry. Nice to have you with me. We have graduation coming up. A lot of people will think, oh, it's Mother's Day, but you know what? Mother's Day and graduation always seems to come together, doesn't it? So let's go on ahead and get started. Hello, Flick. Terry, you need to come up here to Macon sometime and get with Chris and me and Jonna and all of our peeps up here. We'd have a blast. Okay, so here we go. And Pam. And by the way, I don't have a light on because I am trying to be I'm trying to move fast today. So I needed to make graduation cards and I needed multiple. I have 4 this time I need. And so one of the things I like to do is I like to coordinate my colors of my cards with their graduation. So that means each one of them is an individual special deal here. And I will post the measurements tomorrow. Oh yeah, we could do wine, couldn't we, Chris? We could have some wine. We have multiple graduations. Good morning, Jamie. And everybody's different colors. So that means that each card is unique in its own special way. So I have a young man from North Shelby who's graduating, and North Shelby's colors are red and yellow. So that had to been done in red and yellow. And, oh, thank you, Terry. I have a young lady who is in St. Louis. She's my son-in-law's goddaughter, and we've always thought a lot of the Ruggieri's. And so it just says in St. Louis. I don't know what school district she's from, but there it is. There's her card. And then I have, well, of course, this is the one that has my heart always because it is a Moberly card. That's where I taught for the last 4 years during the whole COVID thing. So they're Spartans, and Spartans are red, blue, and gray. And then I'm going to do my South Shelby card, which is where I spent the majority of my time. Now, these cards are really pretty easy because, let's face it, they want what's inside the card. They don't want what's the card as much. They're okay if you just hand them the money and the check. They really could care less if you have a card. In fact, I had a gal at Stampin' Up! Once tell me, she said, hey, I won't ever make a graduation card. So if you ever do a class with graduation, just know I won't be there. And I'm like, well, how do you mean? You don't do graduations at all? She said, no, I do graduations, but I buy their card. They are not going to take the time to respect the card that I put together with my hands. They just want paper and they want the money. So I don't do graduation cards very often. But when you open it up, I have a little pocket on the inside, and you can slide the little card, the check, or the green cash, or the gift card, or something, and you can just slide it in there like that. Hey, Terry, I'll have to check with you about that. A separate link for you and Chris together on Facebook. We could do that. So anyhow, this is my card that I'm going to show for you today. All right? And I'm going with my colors of South Shelby. South Shelby is the Cardinals, but they're always red and blue. The blue is actually more of an accent color, but in this one I decided to make it more the traditional color. I just kind of wanted to use it like that. So here we go. We're going to start with a piece of paper, and I will actually give this measurements to you tomorrow because I don't even have a tape measure or anything. But I know it's 4 1/4, and I believe it's 10 1/2. Okay, I know I have it scored here at 5 1/2, and I believe this was at 2 3/4. All right, so I'm gonna go on ahead and I'm gonna fold that in, and then here comes my pocket, just like so. Okay, Macon school colors are black and orange. They're the tigers, so they're black and orange. All right, so we've got that. I have a red mat that is going to be the traditional for me, 4 3/8 by, no, I said that wrong, 5 3/8 by 4 1/8. You know, even though my kids went to Macon school, I don't get a lot of invitations from there because, you know, we do if they were in our church or anything like that. But now that my kids are older and everybody else, they grow up, you just don't connect with them like you used to. So it is what it is. And I got to tell you, this one here is a special little girl that I had kindergarten and 1st grade. She is graduating. I had her mom and I had her dad. And so I am so excited to get invited to Larissa's graduation. And then we have a red mat that is going to go here. And so this red mat is going to be, I think that is 2 3/4. So it's 2 5/8 by 4 1/8. And I'm going to put that on here. And then we're going to do some stamping before we put anything else down, okay? All right, so we're going to start with some blue pieces that are going to be put onto the card like so. It's going to fit on there, and this one folds under, and it's going to fit here, okay? But I want to stamp them ahead of time. And I've gone and grabbed this on Stampin' Up! Has a new set called Cap and Gown. They don't, lots of years, we don't have anything current that's graduation. So when you find a good card or stamp set, sometimes you just hold on to it. You don't let it go out with the BOGO sales or anything like that because you never know when you might need a graduation and there's nothing available. Yep, we do our Facebook Lives on Tuesday. We did one this week. Go back and look for it on that group page, Terry, because we did all the swaps that I brought back from Mexico, and we had some awesome swaps this year. So we're going to start with these, and we're going to use several of the stamps that are in the stamp set. And I'm going to use tone on tone, so I'm going to stamp Blueberry Bushel onto these pieces. So let's start with mortar cap, and I'm just going to throw a couple of these in here for now and do the same over here. Okay. Then we're going to hit one of the greetings that says, "Congratulations, graduate." Just kind of spacing them out as best I can. Not worried about if they're straight or not because I'm just kind of making a montage. Remember when we made our montages at school? I always loved art class. Can you tell? All right, so we're just filling in with some scrolled diplomas. And then I'm gonna have to come back in here and add a couple more. So there's that one. There's one, and then it's just literally filling in. Yes, those would be great. This is great for praise hands. You are right. Be awesome for praise hands for church. Filling in and then a diploma. So I think I've got that one pretty well covered. I should have had my light just because I know it's a little dark, but I think you still can see it fine. Okay. We've got a couple of little holes here. Let's see if I can fit something in, and that's good. Okay. So these two pieces, we're going to go on ahead and put those onto our card. Like so. So I was writing at my blog, haven't got it posted yet, but if you don't read it, I'm sitting here talking. You know, why is it pomp and circumstance brings tears to my eyes? I don't know why, but I always get teary watching those graduates. Maybe it's the educator in me that just can't stand it, or maybe it's the music person who has to play it for 553 times while everybody gets in there. And then you feel like, oh my gosh, is it ever going to end? I always felt bad at college, universities, graduations, because the band plays and plays and plays and plays like 20 minutes, plays and plays and plays and plays. And okay, so we got that much done. But I want to go on ahead and put some more images on the inside here. So I'm going to go on ahead and pull this back out before I put it down, and I'm just going to stamp a few more images with Blueberry Bushel. Chris, what color were your graduation colors? I remember my dad saying when he graduated, they got to pick their own colors. Everybody had a different color because they picked them. I just blew me away. Of course, that was in 1930 something, but anyhow. Terry, what were yours? Jamie, what were yours? Brown and old gold. Oh, are you from Highland? Is that Highland? Is that up in the where your school was? Or was it West Ely? Yep, I thought maybe you were that. Yeah, it was an unusual shade of brown, wasn't it? What were you, Terry? Ours were red and white. We were the Macon Tigers. No, excuse me. We were the Warrensburg Tigers. I'm so used to saying Macon. Warrensburg Tigers. Jamie, are you still here? I love Mizzou's colors of black and gold. All right, so I'm going to take this and I'm going to pull a punch. If you have any circle punches, I would highly recommend you never get rid of them. You know, I know that they're not current, and sometimes I pull my punch out and I use my circle punch. But gosh darn it, guys, circle punches are so useful for so many things. I can get rid of things like labels and stuff like that. But when it comes to circles, don't lose your circles. So Terry said Riverview Gardens in the St. Louis area was blue and gold. Go Rams. And Jamie said Hallsville Indians, purple and gold. Aha. All right. Isn't that odd, though, that my dad's, they didn't have school colors, so everybody got to pick whatever color tassels and graduation robes they wanted to wear. Weird. All right. So all I do is take one of my punches, and it doesn't have to be a circle punch. You could punch it with, I'll tell you the one that would work really well is one of those little, that hexagon punch. If you just turn it sideways, it would come down and punch a little bit. And it would be a good one too. Ovals are great, multiple. They just want to be able to get to what is in here. That's the main key, you know. All right, so now tear and tape. And I will post my measurements tomorrow. I had a gal ask me, oh gosh, a couple of months ago if I do an easy gift card holder that they could use for multiple occasions. This is it. This is the one. It could be used for a graduation. It could be used for weddings. It could be used for birthdays. It could be used for Father's Day, Mother's Day, you name it, it could be used. Okay, so now we're gonna take those and we're gonna tuck that there. And basically we've got the card already almost gone, almost done. I mean, I started to put a red mat here and then a blue on top, and I'm like, okay, that's too OCD for me. Terry said her university was purple and white, never too old for college. It is not. It is not. If we lived in a college town, I'm apt to be taking a college class, pass, fail. I like learning. I like education. I want to learn. Okay, so now I go to a SAC when I need something quick and fast. I have a couple of Ziploc bags in my room, and I literally throw all my extra white labels in there. When Pool Boy does all of my die cutting for me, I ask him on my labels to cut 2 or 3 extras, because if I'm at the church and somebody messes up, I can probably have something that I can pull out to hand them. The same thing goes for if I'm doing something and I have like 50 of one thing, I don't want to have to go back and go and run 3 extra because I messed up. And like at church, I really don't want to have to carry my big shot out there. So if I have 2 or 3 extra, I've got in case somebody messes up. And then when I come back, all those extras go in a Ziploc bag. And I have a couple of bags in my room that are just nothing but white labels that have been cut and very vanilla labels. That's when I start pulling. So today I was short of time and I wanted something I needed 4 of. I happen to have in that bag 4 deckled rectangles. So hello, guess what we're using? Deckled rectangles, okay? All right, so we're gonna start with the greeting. So let's go back, and you are not old, Terry. Not at all. It's hard to me to believe that I'm even 65. All right, so here I go. I'm going to put the greeting in the middle. All of the hard work was worth it. And then we're going to use those hands, which would be great for praise hands too. And I'm just going to put them down here in the corner, like so. I thought at first the hands kind of they wigged me out. I don't know, there was something about them. I'm like, these hands floating out there. But I kind of like it now. I'm past it. All right, so I'm going to put the cap here. And we're going to put the diploma there. And we are almost done. So a fast, quick, easy graduation card. And then here's my mat, and I'm going back to that red. And I'm going to put that on, and I'm only going to make sure to put my adhesive on about a little less than a half, because I don't want it to stay all the way down. I want it to be able to flip open, and I'm going to center it, make sure I don't have. Good. And guys, there's my graduation card. Quick card is right. I told you it was fast. It's really fast. But how cute is that? And they're gonna, seriously, they just want what's here. Oh, I forgot to do one thing. I should have done this. We'll put a greeting in here. And we're gonna put the diploma on the bottom. And this is where you sign it and tell them good luck, work hard, have fun. Not too much fun at college, but have fun. Move on. Welcome to adulthood. My daughter said that's the biggest shock of all time. Okay, now it looks a lot better, doesn't it? All right, yeah, money. That's all they want. They want money, gift cards, and they're excited. So there it is. Tuck your money in here. Here is my South Shelby. Here's my Moberly Spartans. Here's the one for the St. Louis. And here's Austin's North Shelby Raiders. All done. And the hardest part was trying to figure out what size and keep the colors coordinated. so that I didn't put the gold over here on some other card. This one here, the yellow. And that is crushed curry. I rarely use Daffodil Delight. I like crushed curry better. I like bright colors. So this is all Regal. Real red, crushed curry, shaded spruce, blueberry bushel. And then, of course, gold, because she didn't have an accent color. She just has gold on it. Gold and green. So, all right. How fast? Easy, easy. Hope you enjoyed that. You guys take care. We have a busy week ahead. Everything's coming up here with the bingos and stuff. But I'll be back. I will be back on Monday. I'll be back on Monday with my Facebook Live. And then Pam and I will be here Tuesday night. And we'll have another great week. So have a great weekend. Go out and do something fun. Find some time to craft. All right. Take care. Love you. Bye.